What's up, guys? Had a pretty good day today. SoFi was green, roughly 3%. I'm looking at this at midnight, so everything's kind of reset. But yeah, SoFi was what? Yeah, like 2 to 3%, somewhere in there. But we're back above 16, so that's awesome. Still pretty heavy. Shares were up a lot. Cover calls were down a little bit. But we had a pretty good day today for trading. Made $9.90 on a Tesla call, and I took a little bit early profits on a coin contract, and I am still in another one. It's currently up 16% or $273, but coin is down in the after hours, so I am sure this contract will be probably in the red in the morning. But it's got a long way. It's still got a month before expiration, so I'm probably going to hold it for a little bit longer. But yeah, cover calls lost almost all the value I had in them. I was up like 8K, which this is kind of just a push it down the road trade until it wins, right? I think SoFi will definitely be over $20 again in its lifetime. And if it's not before March 19th, 2027, then I will just push the cover calls out even further. I mean, that's kind of the way this is going. But I have a lot of premium to collect. And, we still got about 10 months or so. So that's pretty good, man. 10 months and over $61,000 of premium to collect. So if this trade goes well, I should have around $240,000 or $250,000 in this portfolio, which I will then probably take a different approach to trading / investing rather than being an absolute maniac and going balls deep in margin and doing this crazy shit that I'm doing. I know it's entertaining, but when you're the one behind the wheel, it is fun, but at times it can be stressful. And yeah, I'm a little burnt out on being stressed out. So probably going to take a different approach next year, but that's fine. Yeah, we did really well. Tesla had a freaking awesome day. It absolutely gapped up 421 all the way to 447. I wrote it from, I think I got in at 422 or 423, and I wrote it all the way up to 430. I think it was like 438, 439. So I wrote it a good $16 up. And dude, I bought June contracts this morning, and these contracts were up like 42% in one day, which is pretty crazy for buying 1 month out contracts. I mean, I literally bought them, and then within an hour, they were up 40-something%. Now, if you're buying like weeklies or even the same days, obviously those would have been like probably 800+%. But yeah, I thought for monthlies that was pretty crazy. So I decided to take profit on Tesla. But yeah, I mean, very, very good day. That 1,000 I made today, goes into my margin buffer and lowers my margin a little bit. So that's nice. We're at a 26% margin buffer. So roughly $30,000 of downside protection. And we have 184K margin used. And yep, that is almost $23 per day in interest, which is wild. But the interest is a write-off, and if you're profitable, of course, it's a write-off. If you're not profitable, then yikes. I don't know what to tell you. But the premium will cover that and some, so I'm not worried about that at all. But trade is still going very, very good, I say. As long as SoFi can hold like $15.8, $16, that's good news. So I feel like we've seen the most of the hit of SoFi. I mean, yeah, there could definitely be more, but I don't foresee it getting like, I don't think it'll ever go back under 12. I feel like $12 or $13 is a bit ridiculous at that point. It could go to 15, could go to 14 again, and possibly 13, but I feel like that's where it starts to get insanely ridiculous. It's only trading at a 35 PE ratio, and they're growing earnings at 40% for 2026, 2027, and 2028. So, I mean, you're looking at over doubling EPS within the next 3 years. But, yeah, institutions have been loading up on their shares. I don't have the chart for you guys right now, but at the chart I was looking at, you just kept seeing it rise. So even over the last few quarters, they have been increasing their shares in SoFi. So that's a good sign as well. As well as, Anthony Noto, the CEO, just bought another $250K worth. So that is a, good sign. That doesn't help me at all. It doesn't make me any money. But, when the CEO is buying his own company, he, number one, foresees it as a very good company. And number two, he sees it as a discount. And, he could do anything with that money. You could buy real estate. You could spend it, spend your own money on vacations or whatever you want to do. And he chose to park that money in his business. He thought that was the best spot for $250,000. Which, when you see insiders buying their stock, that's, a good sign for the most part. And I think this is his third buy. He bought in the beginning of March and in the middle of March, and now he's bought again. So, yeah, he's letting everybody know that this is cheap. And, he's made these purchases before. He's made purchases in the $4, $5, and $6 range. And even being down this much, he's still up double, if not triple, from those buy-ins. So I feel like that's a good sign. And it's only a matter of time before people or whatever needs to happen. SoFi will wake up eventually. I feel like this happens quite a lot. Like even down here at 461, they were turning a profit. Stupidly undervalued. And even all the way up to here, like where it barely was at $7 a year and a half ago. This company had a full year of profitability and just down in this range for these 6-7 months. It was super undervalued. And eventually people, you would have thought, wow, nobody's waking up for all these years. And then boom, the stock goes from $6 to almost $18. So it tripled just in a matter of a few months. And then it pulled back, had a nasty dip, and then it went up all the way to 32. So, people will wake up eventually. It's just a matter of time. But, I do have time. I have 10 months in these contracts. And I only need another $3.80 out of SoFi. That's it. It ain't asking much, really. And I think it'll definitely go there. I think this is easily a $27 to $28 stock, value-wise. I would say that's by the end of the year. By December, I would easily put this around $28, maybe even 30 at the most. But after that, I feel like it starts to get a little overvalued or slightly above valued. But yeah, at 16, it's absolutely nuts. But yeah, this is just this is kind of turning into just a longer term trade, which is okay. I don't mind it. It's just definitely a little boring. That's the only downside to this is it's just a little boring. But that's why I'm taking other trades. That's why I took Tesla and Coin today, and made nice 1K on the day. So keeping myself occupied, still trying to get in some trades. But Thank you guys for watching. That is pretty much a wrap. Go long, SoFi. SoFi to the moon. All right, peace.